Hi guys, you're watching me, Nikki, you also known as Faces Trader, here in the Awesome 10X live show. It's August 28, 2020, and you are watching for the global market update. So let's discuss the global market update. I think the best news for the day is the Workday after hours move. So Workday followed the cloud names. Workday had an earnings after market and is opening at $242 or 11% up after hours, following, of course, yesterday's Salesforce earnings report. So some of us were not able to buy Salesforce, so we did happily we followed Workday, and indeed we got the pop. So let us discuss what happened on Workday's earnings call. Welcome to the earnings call of Workday. Anil Busri, thanks. Justin, our second quarter fiscal year 21 earnings conference call. We're obviously living in unique times, simultaneously navigating a healthcare crisis, economic crisis, and a social crisis. Moving on to the business, we had another excellent quarter for Workday, HCM, Human Capital Management. While the migration to the cloud continues with notable customer additions, including Air Liquide, Hy-Vee, the state of Oklahoma, German manufacturing leader ThyssenKrupp, I'm pleased to mention that we are added as one of the largest U.S. telco services companies where we've added one of the largest U.S. telco services to our Fortune 50 customer list. As always, success of the customers remains a very key differentiator for Workday. We have got several HCM go-lives, including General Motors, Hartford, Eli Lilly, and Bridgestone America. Turning to the Workday financial management, we saw continued strong momentum across the expanding product line in Q2, including financials' first win at Comerica Bank, notable platform wins where companies selected both core financials, HCM together as Sharp Healthcare, Amenity Collective, American Financial Group. Among the many core financials lives in this quarter, I would like to highlight Prisma Health and Nebraska Medicine. So actually, this was discussed in a few years ago, like 2018, in one of Workday's earnings calls. They've been discussing how healthcare companies have been using a lot of the Workday financials, also just to also check the patient medical records as well. So indeed, Workday's accounting center is on schedule to be commercially available this fall. In addition to a strong commercial success this quarter, we added a federal government agency with 4,000 employees as an HCM and financial customer. This agency partnered with us as we seek FedRAMP authorization. Indeed, for many years, we have provided solutions for state and local governments, as well as numerous federal labs, DoD contractors. And we view the federal market as the next logical step for our market expansion. Near-term focus is initial partnerships, but we are excited for the long-term opportunity to serve the federal marketplace. Once again, we saw a solid demand for our expanding suite of products supporting the Office of the CFO and Chief Procurement Officer, including the Workday Adaptive Planning, Prism Analytics, and Spend Management, where we now support more than 1,000 procurement customers. So indeed, 3 Fortune 500 sourcing wins announced last quarter are all now live and in production. Turning to product development in quarter 2, we announced availability for Workday Help and Journeys. These solutions extend the power of Workday people experience as machine learning-driven employee experiences. So more recently, Salesforce, and of course, great quarter, Mark. More recently, IBM announced the availability of a joint solution to plan, schedule, and monitor our customer safe return to the workplace. Guys, if you have not remembered, around May 2020, Salesforce, Microsoft have joined hands integration with Workday, of course, IBM too. So let's read a few things about their great report, no? Let's get into some numbers. Let's go for some numbers. Okay, subscription revenue in the second quarter was $932 million, up 23% year over year. Outperformance was driven by strong renewals, favorable new business linearity, one-time benefit of $6 million from acceleration of revenue and customer contracts. Professional service revenue was $130 million, and total revenue was $1.062 billion. Total revenue outside US was $257 million, 24% of the total. Subscription revenue backlog is $8.6 billion at the end of second quarter, growth of 22% year over year. Backlog performance was driven by strong new customer acquisition bookings across both new and add-on businesses, strong renewals, gross retention rate over 95%, and net retention, including upsell at the time of renewal over 100%. Subscription revenue backlog will be recognized within the next 2 years, was $5.78 billion, growth of 21%. Operating cash flow is $157 million, growth of 57% year over year, driven by solid collections, moderated spending. Both new and existing are requesting more flexible payment terms, specifically in industries hardest hit by the pandemic. Payment flexibility acts as a near-term headwind to cash flow, but it's very important to keep in mind that it has no impact on our subscription revenue backlog, and our long-term customer economics. During the quarter, we settled a $250 million convertible note using cash proceeds for the final funding of our term loans. We exited our second quarter with $2.8 billion of cash, marketable securities, access to about $750 million to a revolving line of credit. Guys, you can read all of this. This is a long-term company and very good quarter for Workday. Right now, prior to this report, they were a $50 billion company. After this earnings report, they are a $55 billion company. In fact, Workday 2 days ago was just a $45 billion. Workday, of course, went up 20%. This was about $190. Right now, we're talking about $242 after hours. Congratulations for those who have Workday. But I think that you have to hold on to your Workday shares even after today's great earnings move. So for those who are aware, CRM, Workday, these are great companies in the SaaS world. Continue holding your winners. IGV is, of course, the ETF that holds all of these holding companies. You could be lazy and just buy IGV, or like us, we try to study which companies have yet to report earnings that we believe would have great numbers. Workday was one of them. I think another great number move was Okta. I don't have Okta, but for those who have Okta, congratulations too. I'm not sure what, let's read. No, I haven't read the earnings report of Okta either. I find it a little bit expensive, to be honest. I took a look at market caps of a lot of SaaS names. I felt that Workday still has 100% upside. So I'm going to hold on to it for the next 3 to 5 years. If it slips, say 200, 210, if you have an entry point, you can buy. Okta is falling even after beating earnings expectations. So I guess it has to do with the valuation. So I'm happy that they have been reporting good numbers, but I do have to warn people that even with good numbers, they could actually fall to the downside if they are priced premium. For instance, Zoom Video is going to report this August 31 after market close. That will be on Monday. So Zoom already has rallied from about 240 to 300. It could go 350, by the way. It all depends on the earnings report. I know that people love Zoom, and this is going to be a controversial call, but let's see the earnings report first. Yesterday, of course, SunPower went 25% up. Congratulations to those who hold it. A lot of awesome 10X names have this. This is actually a wrong report for finviz.com. Good thing that TradingView already featured the correct chart for SunPower. SunPower, of course, for every 8 shares of SunPower that you own, they gave you 1 share free of Maxion. So actually, SunPower and Maxion used to be together. Now, all SunPower shareholders have Maxion, and it's just separated. So you could see that this was the share price before the Maxion spinoff. It was about 7 to 8, and now it's about 11. Indeed, you're up about 50%. Had you sold at about 12, I think that the market is quite confused of SunPower. They might be selling off. Some people might be buying at 11, thinking that they were buying here at about 11. That would be about $7 today. But that take profit would probably be limited here at about 9 or 8. We'll see. Some people might take profits, but also if they are believers of this company being asset light, SunPower, of course, is a competition for Sunrun, for Tesla, for New Era, and Next Era. So all of these are in the same sector. Next Era continues higher, right? Next Era Energy is still there, 278. This is the number 1. Tesla is number 2. Although I think with the Vivint Solar and Sunrun acquisition, Tesla becomes number 3 in the solar energy movement. However, I don't think the Tesla shareholders are complaining, especially with this. Yes, this was a strong move from about 400 to $2,200 up until now. So some of us were wrong. Yes, some of us sold at about 1716. The stock split indeed rose heavily, and dire-diretso lang siya, no? So that said, it could be resistance here at about 24, right, for Tesla. Nonetheless, let's take a look what happened here. Let's take a look at some Chinese names. In the electric names, GD Auto here at about 15.8 looks to be a good setup for the electric vehicles. GD Auto owns Volvo. This looks to be a buying pressure for me. So at about 15.8, I'd take a look and buy that. 1211, BYD Electric in China. Looks like we've got a lot of buyers here at 70. Indeed, it rallied to about 80, nearing 80. Some selling off here at about 80, so 70, 80, 70, 80. Nonetheless, after a few quarters, take a look maybe at about October, November, this could rally up all the way to the new highs again. 90 could be a breakout someday, somewhere. A lot of names rallying in China, actually. Xiaomi from 9 is now about 24, 23. Very strong moves. This is an epitome of Xiaomi band wearables trend. So for people who are aware of the wearables, indeed, this is a strong movement for them. Xiaomi 9 to 13. This March level of about COVID was just a real reset of that breakout move here at 9. And then 13, and then consolidation, kaboom, now it's about 24. This is already an all-time high move for Xiaomi. That was never achieved ever since their IPO. So this was their IPO. It rallied back to their all-time highs. This was a 70% drop, 22 to 8. Yes, it was indeed a 70% drop that made me take a look at Xiaomi at about 7 to 9. Indeed, right? If my memory is correct, it was nearing 70%. Indeed, 62% drop. So it fell as low as about 8 before, no? Yeah. The buy signal was about 9. Last year, November 2019. Okay, let us take a look in some companies. Actually, right now, there are some companies that are doing well. XPEV, this is a vehicle, 40%. This is a electric motor, no? So XPEV is a new IPO. XPEV is a competition for Tesla. It listed, so this is 40% up, 21.5. That means that if this is 50% higher, that would be their IPO is about 14. So I would wait for it to consolidate near that 14 level, or maybe let's just watch it all together every single day. Just put it in your watch list. Let's see if we can buy somewhere at about 16, 17, 15. I am bullish on the electric trend, and XPeng, I think, as a competition of Tesla, is something worth taking a look at. So I'm gonna put a watch list for this name. Other than that, what else could we say? Yes, Fastly was up, nearing 100, from 75 to 100. Good trade for those people who got in. But I'd still say that it is a bit pricey today at about 100. I could be wrong. A lot of people love Fastly, so I'm willing to be wrong. I'll wait. I also think BigCommerce here at about $140 is priced to perfection. So that would be more of a sell to me rather than a buy. Big C is at $140. I think too much too soon. 160 even, no? So 160 to 140, that seems to be a sell move. Congrats to those who have it. That was indeed a 100% move. 60 to 160, I think it would take a few years. If you are buying at 140, it is quite expensive. I would rather pay a premium only to Shopify when it comes to e-commerce enablers. So that said, Shopify is also expensive. Yeah, this is an expensive game. If you are willing to pay expensive, then I'd rather have Shopify 1,000, because even if it crashes, I'll be willing to buy at 800 or even at 600. So those are not a worry to me if I like a company. What else? Actually, yesterday it was more about the recovery theme. And I think from a recovery standpoint, I'd take a look more on Funko, Disney. I have already Disney. I'd say that Funko here at about 580 is still a buy here, 584. I'd say also that wearables could be a great trend. And yesterday, I think Fitbit launched a lot, no? So this is a news that let's discuss today. Fitbit and Amazon Alexa. Uh-huh. So all of the competition of Apple and Samsung. So Google, of course, already bought Fitbit. They launched 5 days ago, August 25. Today's August 28, 27, 28, 3 days ago. So they launched a new smartwatch that can tell you how stressed you are, beating Apple to the punch. Fitbit announced a new smartwatch called the Sense. It can measure stress, monitor skin temperature, take an electrocardiogram. This move comes after Apple is expected to launch their Apple Watch this September, as in the years past. With this Sense, Fitbit is getting ahead of Apple in some ways and catching up in others. Apple Watch cannot measure skin temperature or stress levels like the Sense, for example, but it has offered ECG readings since 2018. The launch comes as researchers are examining whether wearables can be used in detecting symptoms of illness early given the COVID-19 pandemic. So I think that for people, most of them would want to buy watches like these. This is a $329 watch. I am checking this out. Fitbit, where is my Fitbit? So Fitbit.com is a global US product. It is already acquired by Google, $2 billion. So Fitbit Sense, I think that we want to watch out for this wearables. For all of those new here, you are aware that I am a believer of the wearables trend, watches, glasses. And this is another nod for the watches. Amazon is unveiling Halo to battle Apple Watch and Fitbit, tracking activity, body fat, and even your emotions. Amazon has introduced a wristband for health and fitness tracking called Halo, alongside a subscription service and smartphone app. It brings new offerings, including technology to track people's body fat percentage, sleep temperature, and their emotional state. So it's more like a health-related app. It is Amazon's very first move to wearables, which Gartner estimates will be a $50 billion market just this year. So if you want to listen to the wearables trend, actually, I will be discussing the wearable wars later, 5:30 p.m. in our free class pick. So I will discuss all the wearables, just as I've discussed all of these actually in the past. Boozy, Copen, Apple, Google, all these wearables, these great companies in the wearable trend. Amazon is entering the wearable market in a very big way. The space is currently dominated by Apple Watch and the device from Fitbit, which is still awaiting a regulatory approval for an acquisition by Alphabet's Google. There is some blockages, but I think that regulation will eventually pan out, and Google already owns Fitbit. So we did a global search to find the best experts. This is what Halo looks like. That is the home screen. It ties with Amazon's focus to capture a part of the $3.5 trillion healthcare sector. 5 years ago, Amazon had zero presence in the market. Since then, Amazon Care had transformed employer healthcare with the function joining with Berkshire Hathaway and JP Morgan. Alexa, the voice assistant, is also has a secretive research and development moonshot team called the Grand Challenge, and the pharmacy delivery group under PillPack. So indeed, all of our big technology companies are focused on health. They are focused on health, not just Amazon. Indeed, I saw this in Alibaba. Alibaba has their health. JD.com has their health. Let's take a look at some Chinese companies that are doing so well in their healthcare space as well. China is actually a very strong move in the healthcare space. In my view, if you are a believer of a company, I suggest that you are not just a passive shareholder, but you're an active tracker. Yes, Alibaba has rallied from about, okay guys, I did give a buy here at 165, 165 and 205 actually. So even last year, we were buying Alibaba here because just the same, we were buying JD and Pintuatua, right? So it's not as if like this was a no-brainer. It's impossible to not buy these names. Yeah, so JD continues with their Amazon Health. For those who aren't aware, Alibaba also and Pintuatua, and wait, Pintuatua doesn't have a healthcare. I'm not so sure. Wait, no. Pintuo also has their healthcare. Agree. Sorry, actually, all the Chinese e-commerce names have their healthcare, even Sea Limited. My goodness, no? Yes, I remember Sea Limited also had their health. So actually, all of the big companies in the world have their health. So it's just a matter of knowing. Yeah, I think C Limited introduced it in Thailand. They have their health. So Amazon, yan, dire-diretso lang naman. Healthcare, Alibaba has it. Some names, I think that, some people are asking me, isn't the market too toppish? You could see that there are some sell signals here for me because I do think that 3-4, Amazon seems really too high. Apple at about 500 is really too high. Nonetheless, for Facebook and Google, I didn't put a sell though. Kasi Facebook and Google, I think, are still worth 100% higher versus today. So, of course, that was $250 then. And I think that it can still go $500. Google, I think, is still cheap. So, I will discuss later why Google can still be a $3,000 name, even if you buy it at 1.6 today. So, yeah, ano pa bang i-discuss natin? Cloud names, na-finish ko na yan. BigCommerce is expensive. I'll be looking more in the IPO segment. Blue City is down 10%. We can take a look at that. Actually, Blue City is a dating-related app. And yeah, so it is actually below IPO of $17. Blue City, BLCT. I will probably take a look at this name. So Blue City, I think here at about 1350. So I think at 1450 was a buy. 1350 could be a buy tonight. So even if it goes say 12, or even if it goes below like 10, I think that these are potential turnaround moves. So Blue City is a turnaround move in my view. They would one day go to 17 or 18. Of course, you have got a lot of selling pressure here at about 17. I think in the first place, you've got some selling pressure at about 17 and 18. But so it's a buy and sell move. It's a buy and sell move for now. It's not a buy and hold. Okay, let's take a look at the questions if there are any comments. XPEM IPO for XPEV, XPEM, I am a believer, so I'll wait for drops. Teka lang, there's so many questions, one by one. Any thoughts on Abbott? COVID vaccines, no? I'm not I'm not tracking too much on healthcare. So my answer is I have no idea. So my answer is zero ideas. So no buys, no sells, no zero. I need 5 million. Do I need 5 million pesos to be able to use margin trading? No, you can avail of margin as even if you have $1,000, 50,000 pesos, it's fine. Margin is okay for everyone. You can use margin account no matter your cash. Eugene Clark is asking, after opening a dollar account, how can I deposit funds to IBKR? What is the account number? Is it just like depositing in my First MetroSec account? So Interactive Brokers only allows dollar accounts to bankwire dollar accounts. If you don't have a dollar account, I could do that for you. You can pay me in Metrobank or BPI or BDO. I'll accept your pesos. For those who are wondering how to fund their IBKR with dollar accounts, you can tweet me. My Faces Trader, my tweet. So don't Facebook me. Like if you send me a message on Facebook, likely I won't be able to read it. But I do follow and read my Twitter. My Twitter is here. I do read my messages. You can follow me on my profile, Faces Trader. So just message me directly. Direct message me and I can help you fund your Interactive Brokers account. You can pay me in pesos. I do accept payment in Philippine pesos, BDO, BPI, Metrobank. You can use your Metrobank. If you have a dollar account, Metrobank, you can do a bank wire transfer there. But you need to do a telegraphic transfer. That's how you do it. If you don't know how, you can actually message me as well. So message me on Twitter and at Faces Trader. There's a question. Roku, Microsoft, Cree, C Limited, Baozun, Ren. I have Roku. I have Microsoft. Cree, I was studying it at $60. How much is Cree right now? CREE. Is it $70 already? Light to eh. This is light related. How much is it now? 62 pa rin. Okay. At 60 below, I think that at 60 below, this can be studied. I'll study it again. Pero Cree is in my watch list. Watchlist ko yung Cree na yan. Lighting to, di ba? Light related. Light source to eh. Tama ba? Tama ba yung memory ko? Electronic components, tama. Manufacturing of LED, power, radio frequency. Yeah. Inaaral ko tong LED. Yeah. I studied Cree because of mga, lahat ng mga planting. Lahat ng mga nagpa-plant, kailangan ng LED lights. So, nandun siya sa sector na trend na yon. Doon ko siya inaaral. C-Limited, hawak lang ako. C-Limited, $150 all the way to $100 cost average. I own it already and I don't mind buying and holding. I'll just cost average. Baozon, I have a buy there at about 32. I think it's now 45. 32 to 28, we were buying Baozon. So, Baozon, of course, is the Shopify of China. I'd say that for Baozon, if you want to buy this, maybe wait for it to go below 40. Just wait it out. Kasi so far, we are seeing that some Chinese names talagang trine-trade. At 48, ito, may selling pressure. 48, 44, diba? Selling pressure. But if it goes 38 below, like, you can buy. So, 40 below, 40, start to buy at about 32. I think it's okay. I forgot to mention, actually, some Chinese education picks like Youtao at 31, 32. This can actually be bought. Even if it goes to 29, I'd say this is a buy. So yan, 31, 34, buy yan. Even if bumagsak ng 26, bili pa yan. Buy lang yan. This range is a buy. Online education yan. There's a question. Baozon Ren, what's RENN? Sorry, hindi ko naaral. What's RENN? What does RENN do? Hindi ko siya aral. Hindi ko alam lahat ng mundo. RENN, what's this? Ren. Auto and truck dealership, China, consumer cyclical. Hindi ko siya naaral eh. Wala akong alam. I don't know anything about Ren, so I can't comment. QCOM, I like it. Disney, I have it. I already have Qualcomm and Disney, so I'm just holding on to it. Yeah, so I think I answered most of the questions, and that's it. Do subscribe to Awesome 10X. Sometimes the reason why you don't know my coverage of Qualcomm or Disney is because it is in my Awesome 10X inner circle. For example, Workday. I discussed that yesterday. So there are opportunities for you in the free channel. This is a free channel. But for those who want to subscribe, this is Awesome 10X channel. Go to awesome10x.com where you can learn about so many companies and you can learn about our Awesome 10X picks. Just sign up for Awesome 10X Inner Circle. You will be guided for the companies and you will be surrounded with people who knows the US market, and it will jumpstart your knowledge, whether you're there for the short term or the long term. Although really, we are happy to say that we've been making 100%, 200%, 300% money while sleeping because we really have very good coverage of fundamentals. Like whenever I say, for example, Roku as early as $40, buy na kami niyan. Ngayon, Roku is what? I've been teaching US since 2019. So really, because the clients were happy in 2019, some people told me na, oy, 2020, why don't you make a YouTube channel? Why don't you teach more people? And that's why you have this YouTube coverage from me daily. That used to be just an inner circle. Really, a few clients, really a few friends know about it. So we have been buying C-Limited ever since 30 plus. 36, 40, 45, 60, 50, 110, 113, 103, 155, as high as 155, we were still buying. So, C-Limited, I think, is a long-term company anyway. So, yun. You can check out our awesome10x.com. This is our channel. 2,000 pesos, you can pay through PayPal. Or if you don't want to pay through PayPal, you can pay us through BDO or GCash. So, ganyan. You can just send a message, email a deposit slip, 2,000 peso per month or 10,000 pesos for 6 months. And we will help you, we'll guide you. Inside the Awesome 10X, you've got the courses. A lot of people are happy. To be honest, they were doing well in the US, but I amplified their gains. in the US, no? So I cannot name, of course, the clients, the customers, but I'm happy to tell you that most of our clients, if not 100% of our clients, I think hindi naman pagmamayabang. Lahat ng clients namin panalo. Siyempre, malakas market, that is also a function of that, pero talagang mas malakas din yung picks. Imagine mo, yung iba bumili lang ng Workday kahapon, ngayon up 11% na. 'Di ba? So hindi lang 'yan, kahit naman makinig lang kayo sa Awesome 10X na mga classes natin, nakikita niyo naman 'yan for yourself eh. So 'yun, our free Friday class picks are always free because we want to educate the Filipinos, and it's actually just a bragging right for me na just watch a Friday free class, you can make money already. Disney was actually a Friday free class. We said at 127. It was a part of our no-brainer stock picks, no? So yun, Qualcomm, di ko yan na-mention. I mean, I've been mentioning Qualcomm here in passing, but you can study Qualcomm for yourself. Why do you think that Nikki thinks that Qualcomm is an awesome 10X pick? Yun. So thank you very much and goodbye. See you again and see you 5:30 p.m. for the class. Do subscribe to Awesome 10X channel. Share it to your friends. Click the bell for notifications so that you'll never miss any single update. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.